let's do number 3. Okay, so I can click this link. Let me try clicking this link here because I don't think I see the entire question. I have to zoom out. There we go. Okay, so it's saying number 3 is asking if f of x is 27. I don't know what that degree sign is, so maybe I'll actually have to download this file to see what that degree sign means. So give me a second. Let me download the file. Hopefully it brings this up. There we go. Oh, okay, so that's a much bigger question than needed here. Oh, it's 2/7. Okay, so that formatting is off here. So so it's asking us if f of x equals, this is 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 7 all over 7x squared plus 2x plus 1300, then, and then we have options, right? So we have the limit as x approaches. I don't even see this. Is it positive infinity or negative infinity? I can't even see this. I think they're all negative infinities. Okay. The resolution is just really bad here. So negative infinity of f of x equals 2/7. Either equals infinity, either equals 0, or negative infinity, or none of these. None of these. And these guys are all the same. They're all approaching negative infinity here. Okay, so how would I solve this problem? So, this is A, B, C, and D. So if I want to take the limit of this function here, what I want to do first is you can think of it as, you can either sub in a big negative number to solve for our limit here, or if we see what we're doing here, we can actually use kind of our advanced functions knowledge to kind of help us kind of get rid of these terms first. So what I would do here is I would actually factor both the top and the bottom parts to see if some of these guys are factorable. So let me just see I'm going to do the denominator first because we have a quadratic here. So let's see here. In this case, our denominator is not factorable, which is unfortunate. But what we can do with this here is we can actually use long division, right? We have something divided by something. So let's use long division and figure this out. So I'm going to have to recopy this. Yeah, I'm going to have to recopy this into a long division problem. And we'll see if they divide out nicely. So we have 7x squared plus 2x plus 1300. And we're basically using long division to help to see whether or not it clears up this function here. So it's 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 7. So we're using this concept of long division. So let's see. We want 7 here. So in this case, I want to see, I want this number to be, I want this times this has to equal, I want to cancel out this x cubed term. So I'm going to put 7/2. 7/2x. Because 7/2, or actually, sorry, it's 2/7, not 7/2 here. X here, because 7 times 2/7 would give me a value of 2, and that's what I want here. So I'm going to multiply everything by 2/7x. So this would give me 2x cubed, obviously. And we get 2 times 2/7, which is 4/7x squared. And then 2/7 times 1300. So let me just use my calculator here. 2/7 times 1300. I don't think this is going to go evenly. Yeah, it's not going to go nicely. So this is going to be plus 2600/7x here. I'm going to do this division, and I hope this helps out. So this cancels out here. I have negative, so I have 3x minus this guy here. So 3 minus that number would give me, not a great number actually, I get negative 2579/7x, and then negative 5 plus basically plus 4 over 7 here. So negative 5 plus 4 over 7. It's going to be negative 31 over 7x squared. And then again, I can do the I can do another one, right? So 7 times what number would give me negative 31 over 7? Well, I would have to multiply this by 7 over, I would have to multiply this by a positive number here. So this is positive. This would be, let's see, I want a positive number here. Or no, I want a negative number here to get me a negative number here. So this would add to 0 here. So I want a negative number at the top. So I want 7. Basically, I want negative 31 over 7 here. So I would put negative 31 over 7. If I multiply both of these guys here, or actually I should, let's see, let me do this math here. So this is 7 times what number would give me negative 31 over 7. So I want all of these guys over 7. So I can say that this here is x, 7x here. I can move the x to the other, move 7 to the other side. So it's whatever negative 31 over 7 divided by 7 here, which is negative 31 over 49, which is a really, really weird number here. X. I have a feeling this is not going to work out, but we will try this regardless. Times 7 would give me negative 1 over 37, which is good. So this would give me negative 31 over 7x squared. And this is going to cancel to 0, obviously. And then I have negative, or actually, let me bring the negative 7 down here. I have negative 31 times, or negative 31 over 49 times 2, which is going to give me minus 62 over 49x. And then finally, I have this guy would be, let's see, negative 30, sorry, this here is x squared. This is x squared, which is good. This here is, I'm multiplying it by 2 here. Oh no, this is simply just x here, sorry. So this here would be x here. And then negative 31 over 49 times 1300. I don't think this is going to subtract nicely. I have 40,300 over 49. So these two guys cancel out. I'm left with, let's see, negative 2579 over 7 plus 62. Let's see, 62 over 49, which gives me a really whack number, 17991 over 49. And this is negative 7 minus 40300 over 49. And this is negative 40643 over 49. And I have some number here, which should give me actually this is our remainder here, right? Because I canceled the x here, and I simply only need, yeah, this here is my remainder here, which is actually no good because this doesn't divide out evenly basically. So basically all this work is obsolete here because I can't divide out. So basically what we want to do in this kind of question, I'm going to have to revert back because I wanted to try to simplify some of these guys here, but they're not going to simplify. So they're saying here the answer is D, but again, they don't really show any work here. So let's see what you would get here. So again, it's saying if I want to sub in a limit to negative infinity, right? So I'm going to see if I can do the cubic formula for the top part to see if I get some type of factor here. And I do get some type of factor, but I have two complex roots and one real root. So in this case, it doesn't really help us. So what we can do is we can simply just sub in negative infinity in this case into their function here. So let's sub that in here. So what would I get? Well, I get 2 times, I guess, negative infinity cubed, which is simply just negative infinity, minus or actually what I can do is I can partially factor out the x's here. So some of these x's kind of cancel out before I kind of do this here. So let me factor out x here, and I get 2. I would get 2x squared minus 5x plus 3, and this would be minus 7 over x. And then I can factor out this x again here from this side here, which will get me 7x plus 2 plus 1300 over x here. And this would help me because these guys here, these x's cancel out, right? So we get 2x squared minus 5x. Oh. So this might put me on the right track here. Minus 5x plus 3 minus 7 over x all over 7x plus 2 plus 1300 over x here. And what we can do with this guy here is that we can either sub it in negative infinity. If we sub in negative infinity for this value here, because again, these guys are going to cancel out, right? So what I could do is I could have actually put I can actually factor this again. I could have actually took out x squared in x squared. So maybe I'll do that again. I'll factor out another x here. So we get negative 5 plus 3 over x minus 7x squared. And I'm factoring out another x, so I get 7 plus 2 over x plus 1300 x squared. And this might help us actually with our limit, which is now 2x minus 5 plus 3 over x minus 7 over x squared divided by 7 plus 2 over x plus 2 over x plus 1300 x squared. Oh no, sorry, minus no, plus 1300 x squared, sorry. Yeah, that's good, because these guys are separate. Okay, so what we have here is now we have this function here. What we're going to do is we're going to sub in negative infinity to as our x value here. So if we sub in negative infinity here, we're going to realize that 3 divided by, if you think about it, 3 divided by a really, really, really big negative number, like let's say like 100 million or something, is going to be basically 0. And what that means is if I subbed in 3 divided by negative like 100 trillion, for example, I get basically negative 3 times like 10 to the like negative something, right? It's practically 0. The number is so small that we don't really care about it. So basically these guys here are going to equal 0. This guy here equals 0 as well. This here equals 0, and this here equals 0. So therefore you get so this here you get 2x. So this is now subbing in, right? So I subbed in the limit here. So I'm finding the limit as x approaches negative infinity. So now I subbed in negative infinity here. So I would have, again, 2 times, I guess, negative infinity minus 5 all over 7. And again, if negative infinity is at the top here, it's going to mean that negative infinity is going to basically reign over. So in this case here, this is simply just equal to negative infinity. So the answer here is D. So this is why this works here. So this answer here is D, and this solution here is correct. So again, what I did with this problem here is I tried to again factor this. So factor this out first. So again, I used the quadratic formula. It didn't work out. The cubic formula didn't work as well. I tried to use long division. It didn't work out. So I simply had to use I had to common factor some of these terms out for us to figure out a solution. So this solution is correct, but they didn't provide any analysis. So I'm going to see if I can write this all down into this box here. So I'm going to say that. So I have f of x equals, this was 2x cubed minus 5x squared. And again, the formatting of this problem was off first, so I'm going to rewrite this solution here. Divided by 7x squared plus 2x plus 1300. So I can also say that f of x now equals, I'm basically factoring out x squared from both of these guys here. Factor x squared, so I get 2x here minus 5 plus 3 over x, and then minus 7 over x squared, all divided by x squared, factored out here. So I get 7 plus 2 over x plus 1300 over x squared here. And again, the x squares cancel out, so I'm left with it's going to equal simply just 2x minus 5. I should put brackets here actually. 2x minus, 2x minus 5 plus 3 over x minus 7 over x squared divided by this here. I'm left with 7 plus 2 over x plus 1300 over x squared. Now we take the limit as x approaches negative infinity. Therefore, we have f over x equals, which simply be negative infinity or I guess I would have 2 times negative infinity minus 5 divided by 7. Therefore, the limit as x approaches infinity, or negative infinity, of the given function is negative infinity. I should wrote here lim as x approaches negative infinity of f of x. It's really hard to do this formatting on this, so therefore it's negative infinity. It's really hard to do the formatting here. So therefore, as the limit as x approaches infinity, as approaches negative infinity of the function is negative infinity, so the answer is D. So the solution here is correct, but they did not give an analysis. So I'm going to say solution is correct, but no given analysis here.